Hello everyone, this is Arjun and I am making this video which was not in schedule. However, we had a great match where Pakistan has been knocked out of the T20 World Cup 2026. Pakistan needed to beat Sri Lanka by 64 runs. However, as I mentioned in my previous video, that was an Herculean task, and it seems highly unlikely that they were going to achieve it. The match in the end became extremely exciting. Now, Pakistan uh, uh, was knocked out after Sri Lanka crossed 148. Pakistan scored 213, and Sri Lanka got 148 after that. Pakistan were knocked out. Then Shanaka, I did not watch the end of the match. I was driving, so I was only able to hear most of the commentary. And Shanaka was hitting six after six after six, and two balls, 6 runs was required. Two dot balls. One, I think Shanaka tried to scoop or do something. I did not see the match. And the last ball was a controversy. It might have been a wide. Um, so that Sri Lanka could not cross the line, and eventually Pakistan won by 5 runs. So you cannot say that Sri Lanka played to knock Pakistan out. There are a lot of people are saying that Sri Lanka played to knock Pakistan out. They did not play to win. Eventually, they almost won. But then again, when I was watching the match, to certain extent, Sri Lanka was looking to knock Pakistan out rather than making sure that they absolutely win the match. But when they knocked Pakistan out, I think they went for the game, went for tried to win, and eventually almost did win the game. Now it's difficult to say because they also lost a few wickets and in the middle, and that's why they could not get going. They had to rebuild with Shanaka and Pavan Ratnaike had to rebuild a little bit, and then they had to accelerate again. Now, when Asalanka and Ratnaike was going good, I think they were going for a victory only. Then Asalanka got out, and then Kamindu Mendes and Lianage played like amateurs. This entire tournament, Sri Lanka was a big disappointment. Okay, their batting let them down, and there was Pathum Nisanka in the match against Australia, and a few games here and there played a few good innings. However, there was no body who would step in and play innings of substance to ensure that Sri Lanka qualified. Sri Lanka had the chance to win against England, and though a lot of people said that in that spinning track, England got 147, which was probably 10, 15 runs above par. It was even as per Sunil Gavaskar, it was above par. But I don't think any score below 150 is par at in any ground, on a proper ground. I mean, ground like which we saw in United States, where the pitches are laid. A few months before the tournament. That is an exception. But in cricketing nations like Sri Lanka, test playing nations, whichever ground you have, 140 cannot be a par score. And any side should be able to get there. 140, 145, they should be able to win. And Sri Lanka got bowled out for 95. Even if they had lost it by 5-10 runs in a close finish, then that would have been different. You saw the game against England and New Zealand. New Zealand got a score of 160. Colombo spinning wicket, a bowler friendly track. So it can happen there. However, in if somebody scores, should be able to score 160, and that 160 is always chaseable. New Zealand bowled well, and they restricted England to 60 for 4 in 10 overs, but England still managed to score 100 runs in the last 10 overs to win the match. So if you get 150, 160 under any circumstances, that is not a par score. anybody who is chasing can plan it and can chase it down. 170, 180 should be chased in decent wickets for in T20 cricket these days. However, if we look into the Pakistani campaign, we found that Fakar and Farhan uh, played excellent. Now, after that blistering start, they again fell apart. They could not score 220. They should have been scoring 230 around where the position they were in. But it's two batsmen who scored well, and after that everything falls apart. Now, why did not open with Fakhar Zaman after their debacle in the first round, and when they qualified in the after that, it baffles me. Babar Azam, what he was doing in the team, and then what team they were making. They were playing Saim Ayub, they were playing Saim Ayub on the top, they were playing Fakhar Zaman at number 5, then they were playing Babar, they had dropped Abrar. It was a total, I mean, confusion. Today, even today, what team were they playing? Why is Shadab in the team? They should have played Saim Ayub as a bowler. Saim Ayub have bowled much better than Shadab. What is the use of Shadab? He can come towards the end and bang a few balls, or you play either Shadab or Nawaz. At least one of them you can play, okay? Because you give a little bit of spin option. It's an all-round little bit with the bat, a little bit with the spin option. That's what Shadab and Nawaz both gives you. At when they're in good form, both of them might be useful. Otherwise, at this moment, they are a bits and pieces cricketer, right? Utility cricketer as best. So you should either play Shadab or play Nawaz and play another guy who is in good form. Now, Saim did not score the runs, but he bowled quite well. Today, his bowling could have been useful. Now, one more thing was also seen that Usman Tariq on a good track, good batting track, was found out because the batsman waited for his balls and then clubbed him. So if he was bowling in Eden Gardens, if he was bowling in in Wankhede, if he was bowling in Ahmedabad on red soil pitch, he was bowling in Delhi, he was bowling in Bangalore, I think he will be clobbered. It's clobbering time, maybe. That's what the batsman will be thinking, right? So Pakistan is done and dusted now. The crucial game of India's remains. India will be playing against West Indies in Eden Gardens, my hometown, and I hope that tomorrow when we meet, probably we'll make a video of the preview before that, but on the tomorrow or day after, we meet on a happy note that India is qualifying for the semi-finals against England, which will be played in Wankhede. One good thing has happened. We have 2 games now, 2 semi-finals. Both will be played in India. The second one in Wankhede, which will feature India and England. The first one will feature South Africa and New Zealand, which will be playing in Eden Gardens. Now, both the matches will be good matches because the 4 quality teams have qualified. Though England has not performed to its potential, but in Wankhede Stadium, that batting might stand up. And if that batting stands up, India will have a hard time in beating them. So it won't be easy. And they're getting better. Maybe you can say that they're peaking at the right time, though their batting is not coming together. But Jos Buttler is a class act. And we all know that saying, form is temporary, class is permanent. Jos Buttler is permanent. You never know. It happens with champions all the time, that they come good at the right time. Mitchell Starc did that in the IPL 2024 season with Kolkata Knight Riders. It might be Jos Buttler comes up with an amazing innings in the semi-finals against India and knocks us out of the World Cup. Now, India and England will be playing the semi-finals of the World Cup 3 times in a row. It's 1-1 so far. England demolished India on on their way in winning the World Cup. Then India comprehensively defeated England on their way in winning the next one. So England won 2022, beating India by 10 wickets, and they eventually won the World Cup. India defeated England comprehensively in the semi-finals and went on to win the cup. So again, India and England will meet in the semi-finals if and the big if is that India beats West Indies. So let's hope that we beat West Indies and we play England in the semi-finals. The other semi-final has been decided. It will be New Zealand versus South Africa. The second semi-final, which will be played in Wankhede, will be either between England and India or England and West Indies. Whoever wins tomorrow's clash in Eden Gardens. Now, India are hot favorites there because, with due respect, with whatever West Indies has done so far, India is a far superior team. And in Eden Gardens, the West Indies team might have a chance because the pitch, if the pitch is good, if we have a feather bed, then the West Indies batters comes into the picture and they might get a good score. But I don't think with Indian bowling there, West Indies is going to score too big. So, and the West Indies bowling is too weak. So if India can restrict West Indies within 200, they should do this in a canter. And if India scores 200 plus, I don't think West Indies is going to chase that unless somebody just gets their day and gets lucky and just hits everything out of the park. It did happen once or twice, but the time when West Indies won during that semi-final in Wankhede, that was slightly different. India was not in a good form and the Indian team was not that good. Bumrah was in its early days and with the bowling attack was not as good as it is right now. And the batting was also, with Rohit Sharma not firing that day, he did play a good innings, but with Shikhar Dhawan dropped, Ajinkya Rahane opening the batting, Virat Kohli was the only batsman in form, and India managed to score 193, which they could not defend in the Wankhede. And those were early different times of T20 cricket when we used to think that 200 is enough, but with the dew and everything, it was soon to be found that, well, in Wankhede 200 is not enough. So we'll see what happens in Calcutta. And it's likely that India will win, and India should win comprehensively. If the India plays to their potential, I don't think West Indies is going to be much of a problem. So we probably will I will definitely make a preview video about the strength and the weaknesses of India and West Indies. But till then, it's goodbye. This is Arjun signing out. Thank you for watching. Bye now.